Let's make a lollipop wreath with a Dollar Tree 8-inch wire form. Hey everybody, it's Lisa from Southern Yankee Crafty Creations again. I did a lollipop wreath the other day and I posted it on my YouTube channel. And all of a sudden I got a hit because I had put it on my Facebook page as well. So a lady in town, she said, you know, I really like those. Could you make that in just all pink with the same pink center? I'm like, sure. So she goes, could you make me 2 of them? I'm like, sure, why not? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead. We've already done the lollipop, but I'm going to try to go through the whole thing. So don't forget, I'm going to use an 8-inch wreath form. These are from Dollar Tree. And they only have the 3 rings and they only have the 3 crossbars. I already went ahead and I put my zip-tied little canvas plastic mesh in the middle already on both of them. So I got 2 of them ready to go. I have our pink and white. This is called pink and white poly-burlap mesh that I got from, I think I ordered it from Mel's Crafty Mojo. And they're from McChesney Park, Illinois. And I have my handy dandy cutting mat, which is right here. I have my glass cutting board here. I have my wood burner. Make sure that you have a well-ventilated room along with either a mask if you don't, because it does have fumes that go that come off of it. I do have this on, thank goodness, because sometimes I forget. Okay, what we're going to do is I need to clean up this edge here. So I am going to just go in between the rows here, go down the middle, and we are going to clean this edge up. So we have a very nice clean edge and it looks great. And I am going to do the same thing that I did before. Okay, this only has, like I said, 3 rings, 1, 2, 3. I'm only going to use the second and probably go in a little bit, maybe an inch on the 3rd ring, because the Dollar Tree wire wreath forms are totally different from what you buy on Amazon or maybe from the wreath shop or anything. But before I put 4 petals in here, that was because we had a fused petal before and it was thicker. So I think I'm going to have to do 5 in between it to make it more full. So if I'm going to have 15 on the 2nd row, I'm probably going to do 15 on the next row, and then probably maybe 15. Let's see, we might be able to get 8 in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a few of this pink and white poly burlap. Let me see if I can even read you the item number because I have another roll here. Crafty Mojo, item number, R as in Robert, P as in Paul, 815937. I will leave the link at the bottom of this YouTube video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my page, please. Also, you can check me out on Southern Yankee Crafty Creation in my Facebook page. I also have Instagram and also Pinterest. Okay, so we are going to cut these in the already 10 inches wide, because you have finished edges on either side, and we're going to cut them, or wood burn them, which cutting them is we're going to cut them 10 inches long. So I'm going to put this on the 30 mark. Here is my 20, which is my 10 mark, and I'm going to go right through the middle. And also know that after each set of petals, because this is a smaller wreath form, I do spray everything to prevent further fraying, and like if it's on a doorway and say the sun is reaching, it's less fading as fast as if you did not have that Rust-Oleum clear mat on it. Okay. Today it's very windy outside. I know the south of us in Tennessee, I heard that they were getting storms. Today is actually the 30th of March. We've had a really crazy year this year with the weather. I would tell my husband, he goes, I thought you said it was never going to get cold down here. Like, well, it used to never get cold down there, but down here in Jamestown, Kentucky. But for some reason, it's gotten really cold. We've had a lot of snow, ice, so much fun. We thought we got rid of that when we moved out of the Chicago area. Little did we know, it came with us. Everything is changing. Weather patterns are changing everywhere. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue cutting our material for the lollipops, go in between each little row here. Now it looks like I'm not going straight because the rows, you're trying to go in between them. So once you put them on, we're going to do the lollipop petal or any petal you do, it's still going to be straight. So I'm going to cut one more, and then I'll finish cutting all of my material, and then we shall come back and start putting our wreaths together. Okay, I went ahead and I put the first layer of petals down. And right now we have a total of 10, and to be honest with you, this is actually going to be about 15 inches in diameter, which is really nice. So I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay, we have lollipop petal again. You have your finished side on the top and the bottom. All I'm doing is, like I said before, you're bringing the corner up so you can have a triangle. And then this is your middle section here. So we're going to pinch, and we're going to pinch, and we're going to bring it together. And then you just kind of like bring your sides together. And then what you're trying to do is where the ends meet here, you want to make sure that your zip tie goes there so it holds the petal together, but you still have, you know, a good size lollipop petal. So what I've been doing is I've been taking, I used to use rubber bands, but I'm going to use my zip ties around this, and I am pulling that tight. And what I had to do for this here to be straight, because sometimes your petals get kind of like wonky. I call them wonky, lopsided, whatever you want to call them. So I'm using a lot of zip ties, but it's all right. My zip ties I get are like less than a penny a piece. So a zip tie is on it to put it together. And then I had to put one zip tie on and then another one the crossways so that it would be straight and everything. So here I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this off. And like we said before, you cut it down to where you only have like maybe a thumb size. So let me snip this off. Okay, so here, now that I have my first row on and we have 10 petals, I want to see exactly, I want to go in between here, but I want to make sure I'm like covering this. And I want it to come down a little bit. So I'm thinking I'm going to go, we'll see how this looks. We want to go in between. So let's go, let's see, 4, maybe 7. Let's go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to try to go down 7, and I'm going to use 3 little squares. So I'm going down 7 squares, and I'm going to use 3. That way, see how I'm going, where I'm going between it. You have these two. You kind of want the petal to set in between them. And I'm going to pull that through, make it tight. Whoops, wrong way. All right, we're gonna push our little knotty stuff over. All right, let's try to do another one. So once again, we get into a triangle. I'm gonna turn sideways, makes it easier for me. I'm right-handed, this is my right hand. Okay, I am going to, this is the middle section, pinch here, bring them together. Okay, to me it looks like it's a little jellyfish maybe, I don't know. Okay, you bring your sides in, and I try to keep them so I know like where the ends are underneath, because that's the whole problem there, is you want to make sure that your ends are in. Pinch it in the middle. I kind of like form it a little bit, you know, still want to make sure it's the same size as the other ones. And this is really good poly-burlap lash that I got from Mel's Crafty Mojo. Okay, I am taking my zip tie here. I'm making sure that I am getting all of my ends in for the petal, pulling it really tight. Okay, and I think I just missed one. I might have to do this over. Hold on a sec. Well, you know what? I'm going to have the other zip tie that's going to be around it so it will catch it. So it'll be good. Then I'm going to cut all except maybe one. This is like one thumbnail down from the little zip tie. Okay, so we're going to take another zip tie. We want it to go in between again. You might have to move your petals on the top too. So we want it to lay like this. So I'm going to go over. See how many do I want to go over? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over 3. And I'm only going to pull up 3. And you're going around in a circle. So you want to still stay where, and these may overlap each other, which is fine with me. I'd rather have them overlap. I mean, I know the first row we're touching and stuff, but this is fine. You can always play with your petals. Hold that tight, okay? So like in between your petal here, can you see it better there? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way around with all these petals, and then we'll come back and we will start on, we'll see if we need a middle row. If we don't, then we'll just do a large center. Let me fix this camera for a second so we have a good view. All right, so we have the second layer on, which took 9 petals. And then I'm gonna do a third layer of the same color. It's a pink and white poly-burlap mesh. And then I'll put the center on. I am going to, the client liked this deco mesh that I used on the last lollipop that I made. And I'm going to take the pink and white and I'm going to overlay the plaid over it. And then I'm going to cover, I don't know if it's going to be a styrofoam ball or I use actually little plastic jars, screw-on jars, sometimes from like little small jars for my centers. So it's more of a flatter look and it doesn't stick out as much. So I'm going to do this for the center. So right now, I think I should be able to fit at least 6 more in the center because my client, she wanted everything the same color. So this is the first one that we started, and the second one is going to be exactly the same, but it's actually going to, like I said, it's going to be about 15, I'm going to say 15 inches. 15 inches round in circumference, which isn't really bad. So let me go ahead and get started on our center petals, and then we'll see what it looks like. Hi everybody. I went ahead and I added the other 5 petals for the middle. And I have, in order for me to take a styrofoam disc or kind of figure out what size center I wanted, I take these little caps. This is a cap from like a frosting pan. This is a cap from like a peanut butter jar, I think. And I kind of look to see what size that I want, because then I use this as my template when I go over to the styrofoam, that flat disc that you get like Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. We have a place called Mighty Dollar out here. They have them as well. And I put it over there and I outlined it. And then I used a handy dandy painter's, my husband gave me this. It's a scraper, and I use that to chisel away the outside of the part of the styrofoam I didn't want. And then I use my little handy dandy sander to sand off the corners and make them round. And then I covered it with 1 layer of the pink and white poly-burlap mesh. And then I went ahead and used the that plaid gray that I used on the previous lollipop for center. And I took U-pins, pinned it all down. Then I took my 20 gauge wire, put that underneath, took the U-pins to hold it in. And you have to be really careful when you're putting in the U-pins that you clip them off short enough to where they don't come through the top and stuff. So then I put a piece of felt the same size, glued it down. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. Nobody's going anywhere. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in the middle here. And I want to make sure I get it even because I want to pull it through. Let me stand up for this because I want to make sure. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to cover, you know, your center, and you want it centered, excuse me, in the center. And this is the color that she wanted. I know it's kind of like a lot of pink, but you got a little bit of the different colors in the back here. So what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and just real quick, I'm going to pull this through. I'm going to twist it. I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm just going to lay it flat, because as I look at this and I keep turning it in different directions, I want to make sure that I can move this and it's going to stay in the position that I want. So for this 8-inch Dollar Tree wreath, we took 1 roll of the pink and white poly-burlap mesh that we got from Mel's Crafty Mojo. I still have, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of the pieces of material that I cut left that I can use to the second one. So I didn't use a whole roll for this flower, but we do have 10 petals on the outside, 9 on the second row, and we have 5 and then our center. So this is the flower that I have made for one of my clients. I'm going to make a duplicate of it again because she wants 2 of them. I think it's going in her granddaughter's room. And then I'll end up covering the back with a piece of felt because I don't have, all I have is cream. I'm probably going to have to go out and get some pink or maybe some white felt and put it on the back, and then it will be ready to go. So if you guys have any questions, or you want to like make a different petal, you want me to do some kind of tutorial on a certain flower, let me know. I'm more than willing to make any type of flower that you guys want to learn about. I want you guys to learn how to make something. They're very easy. They're not hard to do. I started doing this about 14 months ago. Never had done it before in my life. And it's called practice, and you learn as you go. And then you just look at everybody else that does certain things. And then, you know, you can give them away as gifts, and maybe you can sell them, a few of them here and there. For me, I like making them. I like giving them away as gifts. I like selling them too. But to me, you know, if I sold 3 wreaths a week, I would be happy. I'm not somebody that's looking out to, like, you know, have a huge business. But I just want to do something that makes me happy. And then I want to bring a smile to somebody else's face too. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate you guys watching this channel again. I'm going to post this on YouTube. I will put the link in the bottom of the description, the material that I use, the item numbers, all the tools that I use, and then I'm also going to post it onto Facebook. I have a Facebook group called Southern Yankee Crafty Creations. I'd like you to come over and join our group, and then if you have any ideas, throw them in there, because I'd like to do some live Facebook soon. So everybody, here is our pink plaid lollipop, and it's only 15 inches in diameter, but I think it came out really well. Thanks a lot. Hope you guys have a great evening. Till next time, this is Lisa from Southern Yankee Crafty Creations. So here is our flower. I thought I would do a short video of what it looks like. It looks really pretty. It turned out great. I'm very happy with it. I believe my client will be too. There's her center, just to give it a little bit of color. And I really like this pink. You can really see the white through this pink and white poly burlap mesh that I got from Mel's Crafty Mojo. Looks great. Hope you guys like it too. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to join my Facebook group, Southern Yankee Crafty Creations. We would like to have more members so we can get more ideas of what we can be making to enjoy. Hope you guys all have a great evening.